Welcome to part 12. Now, if you've made it this far in this series of building this Microaces DH2, then please congratulate yourself. Pull up a soft chair, pour a drink of your favourite tipple, relax and congratulate yourself. So, now we're getting to the point where we're attaching the birdcage to the fuzz. Now, I have to admit, I reread that instruction over and over and over again until it finally clicked as to what was being asked of me. So, let's see where we are with this, and then I will take this off and show you what I did. So, you've got to slide this portion through the wing, basically, but don't go cutting it or anything just yet until I've shown you what I've done first, and it might be easy to show you how I undo it. Now let's just unslot this here, excuse hands, and then this will hopefully slide out. Okay, there we go. Now, as I said, if you've got this far, congratulate yourself, because this is where you're going to scratch your head. What he's asking you to do, or what the author's asking you to do, is that each side here, there's a score line. Just there. And one here. Okay? And what he's asking you to do is to cut through that, so that happens on both sides. This part goes underneath the wing, and this part goes on top of the wing. He also wants you to bend this over at a slight angle before you start. Okay, so you bend that over, slight angle, like that. Now, as best I can, as I said, I'm not a professional cameraman, but this is how I ended up doing it. So I've done a dry run, and hopefully that's all in shot. So just start with wing. I get that part underneath the wing, feed this strut into that cut there that was made earlier in the series, yeah, and that will then slide into there like so, and that goes round like that. Okay, and this end will go into, there's a slot here, so this strut will go into that slot there. So I'm going to check underneath. Okay, and this piece of plastic here needs to come to the outside edge of that rib there. So I'm going to push that in. Okay, do the same with the other side here. If you can see that. Now there's going to be one or two of you watching this, you're going to go, ah, that's what he means. Yeah, I had that moment myself. It did take me a little while to figure it out, and then you have to excuse fingers again, but so this bit here slots into there, okay, and this strut here slots into there. And they need to be as far forward as you can possibly get them. So I'm just going to push a little harder. There you go. And yeah, there we are. There we are. So that should be symmetrical. And that's how you attach the birdcage at this point. Now, I'm going to assume that when you put the top wing on, that these will come into shape and it'll all square up. At least I hope that's the plan. Now it is unclear to me, there's no exact sizes from what I can see. Whether I should pull that back or not, I don't know. Nothing is that clear. I would assume that that corner there would line up with that wing root as well, rib. I would have thought, but I'm going to just pull that back slightly just to see what happens. And then look at the other side. This side doesn't seem to like it too much. Seems to be doing that a lot. This ain't too clever either, so I'm going to push it back a little bit. That seems to straighten up. Okay. Check the other side. It looks a little bit happier. Okay. Let's see if they're equally paired up. This one looks as though it's got to go forward a bit. A little bit further. Okay. They look about the same to me now. So I'm just going to stop it there just for a second or two. Let you have a look at that. You can pause it. That would be my suggestion anyway. And I'll just come back to you in just a moment. Right, well, so I've just double checked. So what the author is saying is that this part here, just checking the camera, make sure I'm on, yeah. When that sort of realigns with the front bit that you've cut, where they meet, that should be the correct position. Okay, so that's what he's saying. So I'm just checking this side, and that does meet on the cut line by the looks of it, slightly a little bit forward. There you go. There, that should be correct now, according to the author. Double check this one. So this one, yeah, it's going to come back slightly. So that now meets the cut line. So I think I'll glue it in there. The next part of this is to attach the 3D printed pulleys to the inside of the port and starboard trailing struts on the Birdcage. So I'm going to read up on that and find the bits. And in the meantime, I'm going to glue this together, and hopefully that's going to be a lot stronger now. Interesting, that one. So I have found the 3D printed pulleys. They come like this. Oh, they are obviously going to need painting, so I am going to go and put some paint on them. So I'll be back as soon as they're ready to look at. Okay. So coming to the printed pulleys, I've used the Sharpie pens. Where are they? Use Sharpie pens and just quickly coloured in the pulleys there. So 2 different shades of brown and some silvery aluminium colour, just so they look different. Now we have to move on to the interplane struts. So what you got to do, you got to cut 4 lengths of the 1 point. It's all right. My good lady telling me the dinner's ready. You got to cut 4 lengths of the 1mm by 0.4 carbon fibre lengths. Cut 4 of those. You get, now let me just get this right, P19, P19 and P20, which are these, okay? And on the blank side, you glue in the carbon fibre struts. Then you go to the printed side and you get the S29 and S30 stickers, put them over the top, and as usual put a bit of Yoo-hoo glue on, go across the edge there just to make sure that they're fully stuck home like that. Okay, there you go. And oh, I just lost the pulley. There you go, there's the pulley. And I'll come back to the pulleys because they've got to be tied on. So I'm going to finish this into plain strut now, and then we'll come back to the pulleys. By the way, this might be a good opportunity to paint your propeller. I'm not going to use the stickers on it. This is dead easy. Just use your Sharpie pens. It's dead easy. Just draw straight lines, mostly black, brown, different shades of brown, centre, silver or aluminium. Okay, so there you go, and I'll just do this and come straight back with the info on the pulleys. Okay, the pulleys. So I've already done this side just for a bit of practice, so means I've got to do it twice. Now please excuse my hands, I am not a professional cameraman. So what you do, you take about 2 inches of the rigging twine, you pop it in from this side, it's easier from this side, and then the other piece of side length of the string goes underneath that strut. Okay, and then you've got both ends at this side. Now that pulley is not symmetrically shaped, so where it sort of bends back goes that way. Okay, and then you've got to get that through the hole of the pulley like so, pull that through, and then bring that other end back. Now this is where things get really fiddly and you're going to start losing your temper, but try not to do that. And then what I'm doing is bringing that through and just doing a granny knot through there. It says in the instructions to double it up, but I don't think that's very practical. That's the way I interpreted the instructions. I don't think you need to bugger about with it. Do a granny knot like that, and then once you're able to pinch it with your fingers, can't see the end of it now, there it is, pull it up tight. If there's somebody out there who's good at navy knots, well, use a navy knot. But I'm not adept at those things. So there you go, pull that tight. And then what I'm going to do, swing that round, then put a drop of cyano on it. Be careful using cyano near this. I know it's foam safe, but even so, put it on the end of a toothpick. Apply that. There you go. Maybe just another drop just to make sure. There you go. And then what I will do is I'll let that dry and put another knot in it, put some more cyano on it. That's it. Cut the ends off, and that's all you got to do. So the first one I did looks like that. If you can see that, I can't see very well through the camera lens, but anyway, it looks like that. There it is, and that's moving quite freely. And I think that's that really. Destruction wise, it says insert the struts into the outer slot's lower wing. So what they're talking about is these here, and it's pretty easy to discern which one's which. There's a like a roof shaped part here, rib. Short end goes to the front, and you'll see that the red, white and blue are at the bottom there. And on about putting that into that slot there, like so. Nothing complicated about that, quite easy. And then just making sure they're all lined up. So as long as you do that, and then when you're happy, glue that in place, and that's that bit done. I think the next bit, turning the page, is the undercarriage. So the undercarriage will be in the next part. So before I go, all I would say is don't forget, this is free of charge, you're getting it for nothing. Please give us a thumbs up, that helps me. I'm not asking for any money or cups of coffee or anything else. Just give us a thumbs up, and hopefully subscribe and share. All right, thank you very much. Cheerio, bye bye.
Rats in my room. I am bothered by those rats in my room. By those dirty little rats in my room. I can't stand rats in my room.